Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. So it says here in 2 Corinthians 4 and 3, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has chosen those that are fit, the worthy vessels who are fit to obtain this knowledge. Okay? This is a gift, right? Which is not available, accessible to anyone. This doctrine, the doctrine of life, the doctrine of the kingdom, okay, is only given unto the righteous. As it says, wisdom will not abide in a malicious soul. Okay? You see? So again, when you're lost, that means what? That you're following after the ways of Satan, the ways of the world, the ways of darkness. And that is why you cannot retain the path of righteousness, because unto you it is folly, because unto you it is grievous, because unto you it is unprofitable. Okay, you don't see the value of following after righteousness, following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that is why if you're not if this truth was not given unto you, is because you are lost. It has and have been rejected of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not. So again, you believe not, and you have been blinded by Satan, the God of this world. Okay, you have been blinded to believe that the carnal path is the path of life. Okay, you have been blinded to believe that there's no reward for righteousness, for following after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for suffering for righteousness' sake. Okay, that's why you believe not. Without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. Okay, and it says here, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, shall shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach the Lord. Hamashiach Yahushai the Lord. So we don't come, we tell you, thus said the Lord. It might happen that here and there we might have some testimonies just to add on to the teachings, just to add on to your faith. Okay, oh, I went to such and such situation, the Lord delivered me. Tawada Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But then you move on and get back to the scriptures. The scriptures is the doctrine of life. Okay? Not my own experience is going to lead you to salvation. No, I can't save myself and I can't save you. It's your faith and the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that will enable you to be delivered. Okay? So you speak about yourself, it gets old. Let's say that. Okay, we're not here to teach about ourselves, because we're not the ones that sacrificed ourselves on the cross for the nation of Israel. It was Yahushai. We're here to talk about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and His will, and how to conform ourselves according to His intentions. Okay, how to repent, how to turn back to the Lord and serve Him according to the Spirit, according to truth. Okay, we're not here to talk about ourselves, man. It says here, and ourselves, your servants, for Hamashiach, for Yahushai's sake. For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, who commanded this truth to be proclaimed, as it says, this gospel of the kingdom has to be preached throughout the four corners of the world, then the end shall come. So that is the light that has to shine in darkness, because again, the earth is in darkness and the people are in gross darkness, because again, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked, and they have pushed the vibration of ignorance, the vibration of evil, the vibration of darkness on the earth. Okay, and only those that follow after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have this light, have this truth. Okay, that they have to proclaim in the four corners of the world as it has been commanded. It says here, for the Most High, who commanded the light, this knowledge, this understanding of the gospel, to shine out of darkness, had shined in our hearts, in our minds, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahushua HaMashiach. So again, we're preaching the will of Yahweh through the name of Yahushua. Okay, and it says here, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels. Okay, we have this treasure, this knowledge in the flesh. Okay, so not in the sense that we are perfect, but the knowledge that we speak is perfect. Okay, a man of the Lord, those that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai might lie. Okay, might lie out of wisdom, might lie out of wickedness, okay? But when they speak, okay, they speak as oracles of the Most High. The doctrine itself is untainted, okay, is not mixed with any deception. Okay, when we speak the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, it comes straight out of the Bible, and the breakdown itself is according to the Spirit. Okay, we're not gonna tell you that we're not gonna hold the Bible and tell you that the mark of the beast is sleeping with white women. No, okay, we're not gonna tell you that the Gentiles can be saved. No, we're gonna tell you the truth according to what is written, according to the knowledge. Okay, we're gonna, as it says, a servant measures the words, the righteously dividing the words in truth. Okay, so we're righteously dividing the words, making sure that not only that when we push forth the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the truth comes out and the breakdown comes out correctly. Okay, so that we are not ashamed. Okay, because we understand that holding the Bible and leading the people astray, that's a grave sin, okay, unto the people, man. And their blood is going to be on your hands, and that's what we don't want. Okay, the necessity of preaching is falling upon those that the Lord has, upon the man that the Lord has ordained to be teachers. Okay, so when you have that ministry of teaching, you have to make sure that you teach correctly, lest the blood of the people that followed you is required at your head. Okay, you see, so it's no joke. Okay, it's a serious involvement. Okay, which could lead you unto salvation or lead you unto death. But just as it says, they that follow you, this is the doctrine of life, and they that hear you, that can save your life, and not only your life, but also them that listen to you. Okay, so you want to make sure that you bring the most people, that you bring people to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not away from him, lest you get judged. Okay. So again, we have this treasure in earthen vessels. What is this treasure? This knowledge, this truth, okay, the power of life, this knowledge that leads us to life everlasting, to immortality, okay, that the excellency of power may be of the Most High and not of us. So again, it's in we have it in this earthen vessel. Why? This vessel, it says that the just falleth 7 times. Us ourselves, we're not perfect, but again, the words that we're preaching are perfect, okay. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not despaired. So the tribulation, the hardship, okay, the adversity that comes from preaching the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, becoming enemies of the world because we tell you the truth. Okay, that's all a part of the walk, guys. It says, despise not the chastening of the Lord. Okay, that's all the process that the Lord has, the blueprint of obtaining righteousness. Because again, he that departed from evil becometh a prey. Okay, because again, you have to understand that these people are lost. These people are following the vibration of darkness. They're following after the ways of the wicked. So when you come and tell him the truth, as it says, they hate him that rebuke it at the gate. You become hated for telling the people, for trying to correct the people according to the knowledge. Okay, and the people hate it. Okay, only those that the Lord has opened their minds to understand, to acknowledge their sins and repent, will acknowledge that this is the truth. Those that belong unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will hear his voice. My sheep hear my voice and they know me. Okay, so it's going to be a spiritual thing. Your spirit is going to gravitate to the truth, to the word, because again, deep down, that's what you've been seeking your whole life. Okay, you see, that's the difference between those that fear the Lord and those that don't care, that don't have a care in the world for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and his ways, the wicked of our people. Okay, so yes, we're gonna suffer, but it's not for nothing. Okay, it says here, persecuted but not forsaken, because even through all the adversity, the Lord is with us. It says, preach the word, and all. Yahushua said that he's gonna be with us until the end of the world. He's gonna be with us always. Okay, so even if we're catching hell, even if we're going through things for righteousness' sake, just remember that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua also went through worse, and that he's still with us in the spirit, through the comforter, through the fact that we have this knowledge. We have to acknowledge that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is with us and keeping us in the sanctuary of the truth. Okay, cast not down. It says here, it's like a cast down but not destroyed. So again, yes, we're brought low. Okay, yes, we're catching hell. Okay, yes, we're brought into a low estate, but count in all joy when diverse temptations fall into your hand, because it is the trial of your faith, because the Lord is testing you, because the Lord is giving you the opportunity to show him that you believe in him. Whether in the good or whether in the bad, you will retain your integrity in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, as Job said. Okay? It says you're always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Yahushai, that the life also of Yahushai might be made manifest in our bodies. So we suffer with him so that we can reign with him. Okay, we suffer as for righteousness' sake, so that when Yahushua returns, we can also be glorified with him. Okay, we as it says, through much tribulation you will attain the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and by our tribulation, by the it says just as Paul said, I bear the marks of Hamashiach. Okay, so we'll endure the suffering, we'll endure the hardship. Okay, because we know that the Lord has greater things awaiting for those that endure until the end. It says here, for we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahushai's for Yahushai's sake, that the life also of Yahushai might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So just as Yahushai died for us, we are also willing to put our life down for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in this ministry and for the elect's sake. I will bear all things for the elect's sake, just as Paul said. Okay, no greater love than this, that a man gives his life for his friend, just as Yahushua did for us. That was the ultimate sign of love. Okay, and just as some of us will, just the fact that you're going in the highways and byways as a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that is a sign of love. Okay, just as a woman submitting herself to her husband is a sign of love, a sign of reverence. Okay, you see, and by doing so, you're showing that you believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You're mortifying your members to show that you reverence the Lord, so that you can be honored when Yahushua returns. Okay, so then death worketh in us, but life in you. Okay, so yes, we're catching hell, but to be an example unto the new followers, what it means to follow after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. So yes, we believed, therefore have we spoken. The Lord has given us the gift of faith. The Lord has given us the gift of believing in His gospel, in His word. So when we heard it, we have believed. Not only that, He had put in our spirit to instruct ourselves, to follow after the teachings, and not only that, to grow in the faith, so that we are able to preach the faith as well. Okay, and again, a man and a woman, they have different roles. Okay, a man, the whole purpose is still edification, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Okay, the woman has her role, the man has his role. Okay, you see, but everything according to righteousness. So the man is supposed to go out and teach and go out and preach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to feed the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But the woman also has the role of teaching other women of how to reverence, how to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. There's a way for a woman to serve the Lord. There's a way for a man to serve the Lord. It's two different things, but all in the same spirit. Okay, knowing that we which are raised up, knowing that He which raised up the Lord Yahushai shall raise up us also by Yahushai, and shall present us with you. It says here, for all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not, but though the outward man perish, okay, though the flesh is perisheth, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. Okay, so yes, we're catching hell. Yes, it might seem like a foolish thing, unto outside looking in. Okay, but us that are in this sanctuary of faith, we understand that is the will of the Lord. Okay, and that is the greatest thing that we can do, the greatest sacrifice that we can do, giving our life for righteousness' sake. Okay, so that we can gain it again. Okay, you see. So again, resent not the chastening of the Lord. Okay, because through that chastening, you will prove that you believe, and you will prove that you are worthy of this truth, and that you are worthy of the kingdom to come. Okay, so again, all these fiery trials are a testament unto you of your faith. Okay, a trial of your faith to show that you truly believe and that you will follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai even unto the end. It says that the righteous, the elect, love not their lives even unto death. Okay, so Lord willing, we're a part of that number, and in the face of adversity, we will not deny Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but rather grow in the faith and remain steadfast for the name of the Lord. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and straight to the point. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.